Alright, we're gonna race the Buell. A little 500cc versus 550cc. Ready? Count it down. Alright, got some new pod filters for the shifter cart. See if they're the right size. They come with a little ring, yep. Alright. Alright. Looking pretty good so far. Seems like they fit. One more. That should help it out a little bit. And then I have to get a fuel filter for it, a bigger one.
How much were these bad boys?
$24, $25. Huh. Look like they're gonna work. What do you think? Think it'll be too restrictive? Guess we'll find out here. Alright guys, we got the air filters on. The part for the brake actually came in. It's a rebuild kit for the original brake. And I actually found out that, let's see here. So I found out that the brake, the whole brake setup, the rotor, the caliper, and the master cylinder was from a Suzuki GS 550. So that took me a long time to figure out. But I figured it out and we ordered the new parts. So we should be good to go. I'll show you guys the old parts for this pump. Why it wasn't working. So, inside the master cylinder, you've got the little piston guy, then you've got the spring, and then you've got another, there's supposed to be another rubber thing right here, but that was cracked, and I think that's why it wasn't working. So you can see the new one. The new one comes with the new piston with the new seal on here, and you can see the seal's a lot higher up. So it should seal off a lot better. And then it also comes with the piece that we were missing before, right there. New spring, and then the piece that was wrecked. So this piece was not right on the inside. You can see there's a big hole through it. So I think that's probably why it wasn't working. They recommend lubing up all these parts with brake fluid before you put them back in, and making sure this port doesn't have any imperfections in it. And right now I'm looking through, yeah, it looks pretty smooth. So there's no corrosion or anything. So we should be good to go. We're gonna get started on that and then try to hook up the brake and bleed it today. All right, we're gonna put the master cylinder back together. We've got the three parts we need: the piston with the seal right here, the separate seal, and then we've got the spring. So this spring goes in like this. This is the way it goes in. So spring first, then this seal goes like this, and then this piston goes like that, and then this all goes into here, into the big end of that, and then this guy goes, and that goes right there. You can see the bald end of this is kind of like grooved out, fits that right there perfectly, so that kind of gives it away. And then these seals are pushing the fluid out towards this way. That's why they're pointed that way. So we're gonna lube these up with some .3 brake fluid. You could use .3 or 4 for this. We're just gonna use 3 because that's what we have. Okay, let's put a little bit down here. I cleaned out the area in there really well. There's no grooves or corrosion down there, so that's good. So we're gonna put the spring down first. Goes in there like that. We'll put this guy on that first before we do that. That guy goes on there like that.
It's pretty tight seal.
Push that in. You don't want to rip it either, so very careful.
Seems like it's working.
Gotta put this like this with a washer, and then there's a little circlip pin thing that goes right here, and then we're done. And then we're gonna go test it out. All right, so it looks like we've got brakes now. The brake pads though are kind of saturated in brake fluid, so they're not gripping too well, but I think that will wear off once we start running this thing. I did wipe it off with some brake cleaner, and as best as I could, but it's still not the greatest in the world. But we do have brakes now. You can see that it is hard to pull back now, and it does brake. So look at it stops. So that's one good thing. Brakes are done. We've got air filters on here. I still have to tighten these down, but we're gonna try running it with the air filters, see what it sounds like, see if it blocks too much air and whatnot. We've got the switches coming in the mail. Those are taking forever to come, so we're gonna have to wire up the kill switch and the lights down here for the LED light up here. After that, we're going to be bolting down the seat and getting that in place, and then we'll take this thing for a ride. All right, let's tighten down the air filters here. All right, those are all good to go. And then I noticed that the gas tank has a little bit of rust in it, and this filter doesn't work the greatest. You can kind of see gas doesn't flow super easily through that filter. So I got a brand new filter for it. It's a little bit bigger. We're gonna put that on there, see if that works a little bit better. All right, here's the new filter. Hopefully this one will work a little bit better. I think it'll get better as we ride it more and as we go through tanks of gas, because right now that rust is just piling in the bottom of that tank because it's metal, and it's just clogging up that filter. So here's the new one. Let's install that. Oh yeah, just filling up now. New filter installed. Looking like it's going pretty good. All right, we got a clamp installed on the top. No more leaking. Let's try to fire it up and see if the charging system's working, because I want to be able to install the light and a fan, and we need the charging system to be working to keep those going consistently. All right, battery hooked up. All right, guys, second attempt. Let's see. Give a little gas. Oh, it's running with the air filters on there. That's a good sign. Let's see if it's charging.
Yeah, because that's like, it's putting out 3 volts, because that's how many volts it needs to charge it more. So.
Yeah, so this wire right here, we believe goes to negative, because there's 3 volts on that guy, and that's supposed to be going to here. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, so Looks like it runs with the air filters on there pretty decently. Took a while to start up today, but let's see if it starts back up. Yeah. So once it's warm, it starts right back up. That's always good. And I think that's pretty good for right now. We'll hook up the black wire to the negative and see if it starts charging. All right, let's see if it charges here. Charging system now. Woohoo! It's good. We're charging up the battery while we run it. Alright guys, seems like it's running good with the air filters on it. We've got the battery charging, and we're waiting for the switches so we can hook everything up. We're going to have 3 switches. We're going to have one for the lights, one for ignition, and then one for the fan, which did not come yet. We're going to put it on the back of the seat. This thing is fiberglass, so we're just going to bolt the fan right here, and then be able to turn it on and off when the engine's getting hot. I also have to fab up some air ducts that go in here and prevent the engine from overheating. Still haven't really found out how to do that yet, but it's probably just gonna be welding up metal and then bolting it on. But anyway, we're gonna bolt the seat now and take it for a rip. We have brakes now too, which is awesome. All right, getting the foam going here. Trying to get the seat back on. All right, looking pretty good. Good enough. We're gonna have to take the seat off again anyway, so get the fan on. All right, time to test her out. All right, here we go. First ride with the new brakes. We got the seat bolted down. That helps a lot. And we don't have the back wheel fixed yet because we're not really sure what's wrong with that. So yeah, here we go. Chuck's gonna record. Let's see what happens here.
Oh man.
Thing's pretty fast. Oh.
Yeah.
Let it warm up a bit. Alright guys, GoPro going, Chuck? Yeah. Alright, here we go. Oh boy. Quick walk around of the beast. Choke is off, gas is on. Alright, here we go. Thing's kind of a tight fit. Hopefully the clutch works. Oh yeah, baby. See if the brakes work. Well, the brakes kind of work. Holy cow. Brakes don't work the best. Oof. Jeez. There we go. Brake kind of works. There we go. Is my go? Hey, Chuck. Is that going? All right, we're gonna race the Buell. Little 500cc versus 550cc. Ready? Count it down. Yeah, definitely needs some clutch work going on. Alright guys, so the brakes worked, but not the greatest. I'm thinking there's brake fluid just all over the brake pads, and that's why it's not really grabbing the greatest. You can see the brake pads in there. And then the clutch seems like it's slipping a little bit. That's the other thing. So I might have to take the clutch apart and clean off the plates or get some new friction plates for it. Otherwise it runs pretty good. It was breaking up on the top end when you were at high RPMs, which I don't know.
Better with the filters on there or no?
I don't know.
Same?
I think it runs better with the choke on.
Oh.
Should we try putting the choke on and running it? I think it might run better with the choke.
It's not great.
So that means it's probably running lean. Are all the pipes hot? That one's hot.
That one is.
Is the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All cylinders are running. That's a good thing. See if it starts right back up. That could have been bad. Oh yeah. See how it's breaking up on the... Yeah, a little backfire. Try running with the choke on. Try that once. Seems like the oil's a little high.
Could be.
Okie dokie. Thingy is gonna, like, it just rips.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Oh man. That's good.
Alright. Should I take her on the trail? Alright guys, well that wraps up today's video. We're gonna have to tweak the brakes a little bit better to make them a little bit better. But and we gotta figure out this back wheel. I mean that's pretty crooked. I don't think they're supposed to be like that. And then obviously the clutch is slipping a little bit, so we have to dig into that. But that will be next video. And then it's revving up kind of high now, so we're gonna have to look into that too. I think it's just not getting enough gas. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. More to come on the 650 cart think it's been a super fun project. We've got the fan coming. That will help a lot. And we'll get the engine cooled down a lot faster then. If you guys need any motorcycle, ATV, dirt bike parts, check out lapdo.com. And I think that's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.